Good afternoon. It's July 17th, 2024, and today we had really what I believe to be a trending trading range day. That's what Al Brooks calls it. Um, the bulk of this huge move came in the middle of the night, and then towards 5 o'clock and towards after market open, we just had for the most part this slow, choppy move down. Um, and those are really hard to trade. I'll talk about when we get there. I'll talk about what I've found to be the best strategy for trading stuff like that. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So in the overnight, we had this strong move down, and maybe I'll take a look at it on a larger time frame. Yeah, here. So you can see we create this gap. And when you're late in a trend, a gap is typically, or it's more likely an exhaustive gap. But early in a trend, it could be a measuring gap, and that's what I anticipated because this move was very strong, and the past several days we've been in this trading range, and so I just anticipated that we were going to make a move down to the bottom of this trading range. So that is what happened, and you can see we pretty much perfectly, or at least for a little bit, there was a decent amount of profit taking when we hit that measured move, but not enough bulls came in to create a rally. So anyway, um, 5 o'clock comes right about here. We got this first leg up, and then you can see we get a two-legged correction, and then we get a second leg up, and then you get one, two pushes up. This second push up fails, and you get a big bear bar. That's a failed second entry long, and I like that entry. Very bearish bar. Sometimes these could be traps, but I think if you're um, reading the context correctly, I don't think you should have any problem taking this. I think your first target should be a measured move of this big bear bar, and you'd probably want to take profits the second time it goes there, especially when it finishes this bear bar right here, finishes with the stem on the bottom. But it does end up going, I think, like 8 points below this entry. Yeah, almost 10 points. So, and then it bounces in. This is a weak bear channel. Um, a lot of overlap, so it's not a surprise that this bounces. And we get this pretty strong move up, and then we get this bear channel, and then we get a second leg up that's comprised of two smaller legs, and then we get this sell-off. So I don't see any convincing shorts in here. I'd actually consider that, but the bar is just so big that I'd be a little nervous. I'd probably, and I'm going to say this again when we get to this broad bear channel, but a lot of times when you're in these channels, the way I like entering is above. I like selling above bull bars like this near the trend line. And you could like sell this close, sell this bull close here. And you get a lot of the move that way. And for me, the math is just way better. You sell one tick above this or at this bull close, and you got 4 points, 3 or 4 points before it bounces. I just think it's a better way. I think it's better than stop orders below these bear bars. But anyway, we get 2 legs up and then it fails. You get a failure right here, failed second entry long. Maybe you consider that. And if you want to be aggressive, you can just get short in here. If you feel confident that this is a channel, which I feel like you should, you could take any of these cells. And then when we hit this measured move, you get a big bull bar. So I think, there's a big bull bar right here. I think it's worth considering. You actually get a higher low right after that. Maybe you consider that one too, but not crazy about that. One thing I wanted to note was this what really is a sell climax right here. I drew a range around that, and that's where the selling came in right here for this failure. I forgot to mention that. The 50% correction. So I think that's a very good trade right there. So anyway, we hit this measured move. You get a big bull bar. Maybe you take that. Maybe you don't take that. If that's too much risk for you, 14 ticks. Maybe you wait on this one, which is 6 ticks. And then we come up here, and then we just start making lower highs again. And this is a broad bear channel, and it's very hard to trade these, in my opinion, with stop orders. I prefer, you get these 3 bull bars. It's tough to do, but I like, you get this bull move. This is a very strong bear move down. Maybe you enter short 1 tick above that. But if you don't do that, this is a second entry short right here. Pretty low risk, 6 ticks. Maybe you take that. Here we get this leg up, very strong leg up again. And then really get a second leg up. So I'm looking at this as 1 leg, and this as 1 leg comprised of 2 legs. You could argue this one's comprised of 2 legs too. 1 down, 2 down. So anyway, yeah, like enter, if you sell right here, for instance, 57, it goes almost 3 points before it comes back. And then if you sell here, you get a nice move down. So anyway, we spend a lot of time after that. Looks like about 20 minutes in the lower half of this channel. And there's just a lot of dojis in here. I don't think you want to enter on any of this. I mean, maybe you consider getting long. I would consider getting long. Maybe below one of these bear bars. Maybe above this bull bar. I'm not going to mark it, but you get a second entry right there. Maybe you consider that one. Nice bull bar. And then we come to the top of the channel, and you can see again a leg that's comprised of 2 legs, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. This is a nice low risk 6 tick bar. Sell off, rally, 2-legged correction, 1 leg up, 2 legs up, it fails, boom. And look at that. If you sell that, you're good. If you sell this, you're good. This looks like a 2-legged correction. Maybe you sell that. And then this technically is not a failed second entry long. Technically, the failure comes right here. But you get this lower high, big bear bar. I think it's a nice trade. I should probably mark that green because they're getting into a profit taking zone. And same thing here. We spent about, looks like 40 minutes or so in the bottom half of this channel. So if anything, you probably want to get long below some bear bars. Come to the top. You get this failure, and then you get this lower high. So that's like a repeat pattern of this. come back to the top of this channel and make this lower high, and then you get this bear bar. Maybe you take that, and really we're just in a range at this point, and I don't really like anything for the rest of the day. It's just hard to know what's going on. You just gotta buy low and sell high. And then we hit this. So this bear sell climax, we hit a measured move of that, and then we bounce, and that's right after the market closed at 1 p.m. and then we rallied after that. So hard to say what's going to happen now. Again, we're on this larger time frame. We're at the bottom of this range, so we'll see if we get some buying. Here's the daily chart. Big bear bar. We could be going back to the EMA. We could finally get a break of this channel that we've been in since April. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. Hope everyone had a good day.